How Islam came to Afghanistan, history, expansion, and Muslim challenges. In the 7th century, Arab armies crossed into a land of Zoroastrians, Buddhists, and Hindus. Within 300 years, Afghanistan became one of Islam's most enduring strongholds. But how did Islam arrive here? Why is it still expanding today? And what challenges do Muslims face in this nation? Stay with me for the next few minutes as we uncover 1,400 years of conquest, culture, trade, and survival that shaped Afghanistan's Islamic identity from past to present and into the future. Afghanistan sits at the crossroads of Central and South Asia. Its mountains and trade routes made it a prize for empires. That same geography made it a highway for religion. Islam did not arrive in Afghanistan overnight. It came in waves through military campaigns, Sufi missionaries, merchants, and dynasties. Today, over 99% of Afghans identify as Muslim, mostly Sunni Hanafi with a Shia Hazara minority. To understand why Islam expanded here and what Muslims face now, we must trace the story from the Rashidun Caliphate to 2026. How Islam came to Afghanistan, the historical waves. 1. First contact, the Rashidun and Umayyad era 642 to 750 CE. Islam's entry began shortly after the Prophet Muhammad's death. In 642 CE, Caliph Umar's forces defeated the Sassanid Persians at Nahawand. That collapse opened eastern Persia and Khorasan, which included parts of western Afghanistan. By 653 CE, Arab governors reached Herat, Balkh, and Kabul. But the conquest was not smooth. The Kabul Shahis and Zunbils resisted for decades. Arab armies would capture cities, impose jizya tax on non-Muslims, and withdraw. Local rulers often reverted to Buddhism or Hinduism once armies left. Real conversion started under the Umayyads. They posted garrisons, built mosques, and encouraged Arab settlement. Herat's Great Mosque, first built in 650 CE, became a symbol of this foothold. 2. The Abbasid period and Persian influence. 750 to 900 CE, the Abbasids relied on Persian administrators from Khorasan. This changed everything. Persian language, bureaucracy, and culture merged with Islam. In Balkh, once a Buddhist center called Mother of Cities, scholars translated texts and built madrasas. Conversion accelerated because Islam was no longer seen as just Arab religion. It became localized. Farmers and traders accepted Islam for tax relief, legal equality, and trade access to the vast Muslim world. 3. The Ghaznavids and full Islamization, 907 to 1186 CE. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni launched 17 campaigns into India, but also cemented Islam inside Afghanistan. He patronized Persian poets like Ferdowsi and made Ghazni a capital of Islamic learning. By 1000 CE, Ghor, Bamiyan, and the Hindu Kush valleys were majority Muslim. Sufi orders played a huge role. They set up khanqahs, offered food, medicine, and spiritual guidance without forcing doctrine. For nomads and mountain tribes, Sufism's flexible, personal approach to Islam was easier to accept than rigid legalism. 4. Mongols, Timurids, and consolidation. 1200 to 1500 CE. Genghis Khan's 1221 invasion devastated cities but did not erase Islam. Within 50 years, Mongol rulers like Ghazan Khan converted. The Timurid Renaissance in Herat under Shah Rukh and Queen Gawhar Shad made the city a global center of Islamic art, astronomy, and architecture. The famous Musalla complex and miniature painting schools date to this era. By the 1500s, Afghanistan's identity was inseparable from Islam. 2. Why Islam keeps expanding in Afghanistan. 1. Demographics and birth rates. Afghanistan has one of the youngest populations worldwide. Median age is 18.4 years. High fertility rates mean the Muslim population grows naturally. With 99.7% adherence, there is almost no religious competition inside the country. 2. Cultural integration. Islam merged with Pashtunwali, the tribal code of the Pashtuns. Concepts like Melmastia hospitality align with Islamic charity. Jirga councils use Sharia principles for dispute resolution. Islam is not just faith here. It is law, identity, and daily custom. Institutional depth. There are over 160,000 mosques and thousands of madrasas across 34 provinces. Even in remote villages, the mosque is the community center. Radio mullahs and digital sermons now reach areas with no roads. Religious education is often the only education available. 4. Historical resilience. Afghans link Islam with resistance. Against British colonizers, Soviet invasion, and recent foreign presence, jihad became a unifying call. That narrative strengthens religious identity during conflict. Muslims' challenges in Afghanistan, past, present, future. 1. Past challenges, invasions and fragmentation. From 19th century Anglo-Afghan wars to the 1979 Soviet invasion, Muslims in Afghanistan faced occupation, displacement, and ideological attacks. Communists banned religious education and killed ulema. The 1980s jihad displaced 6 million people. Mosques and madrasas were bombed. Yet Islam survived as a symbol of national unity. 2. Present challenges, 2026 realities. Today, Muslims in Afghanistan face a complex situation. Economic collapse. After 2021, sanctions and aid cuts triggered poverty. 85% of people live under the poverty line. Mosques run food programs, but resources are thin. Education limits. Girls, secondary schools, and universities remain restricted. This creates tension between traditional scholars and communities wanting female education within Islamic frameworks. Sectarian strain. Shia Hazaras, about 10 to 15% of Muslims, report targeted attacks. Ensuring security for all sects is a major test. Natural disasters. Earthquakes, droughts, and floods displace thousands yearly. Religious networks lead relief, but infrastructure is weak. International isolation. Banking restrictions limit trade. For ordinary Muslims, this means job loss and inflation, not politics. 3. Future outlook. What lies ahead? The future for Muslims in Afghanistan depends on 3 factors. Stability versus fragmentation. If internal security holds, madrasa and university systems could rebuild. If factionalism returns, Islam could be used by rival groups, repeating past cycles. Youth and technology. 60% of Afghans are under 25. Smartphone use is rising. Digital Quran apps, online fatwas, and Islamic fintech may reshape practice. The challenge is balancing tradition with change. Regional ties. Trade with Central Asia, Iran, and Pakistan links Afghanistan to the wider Muslim world. Economic integration could reduce poverty, letting religious institutions focus on education and social work instead of survival aid. Islam came to Afghanistan through swords, scholars, and Sufis. It expanded because it adapted to Persian culture, tribal codes, and local needs. Today, Afghan Muslims face poverty, isolation, and internal debates about education and governance. Yet history shows a pattern. Pressure strengthens religious identity here. The mosque, madrasa, and family remain the backbone of Afghan society. Whether the next chapter brings growth or struggle will depend on peace, economy, and how Afghanistan's youth interpret a 1,400-year legacy. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos.